That's without goals, that doesn't really count. But then a massive game changer obviously happened in the last situation.
I think it could be given or not when you consider that Kepa's coming out. If anything, I'm a bit surprised about the fact that it's a yellow card at first glance that gets changed. If it was given as a red straight away and they continue with that, it was somewhere in between.
Your first goal was a typical Liverpool goal.
Yeah, sure. I think everybody knows how is Mo and Bobby great players, so we know each other for sure. And when I saw Bobby got the ball, I know he will chip in the edge, so I try to be there. And luckily I got the ball and I scored, so really happy for the team and really happy.
Obviously the second goal, you can't ignore the fact that you're a goalkeeping error.
Yeah, big mistake, clear mistake. And then when you reflect on the half, you say we 10 men for half a game against Liverpool. Without that mistake and with the penalty, we draw the game 1-1 and actually have a couple of other little breakaway moments. So I'm actually happier in lots of ways than I was after Brighton on Monday.
Have you made a decision on Kepa? Is it influenced by what you've seen today?
No, and I don't want to say any more about it.
I don't know what the German for a metronome is, but you know, it's that thing that goes on the piano, keeps everyone in time. Yeah. That's Thiago.
Yeah, and from time to time he goes in between. So it was the perfect start for him. I think he enjoyed it a lot, and the boys helped him massively. No, it was good, just good.
Quite a lot to get through in this one, so let's get straight to it. And the yellow card that then became a red card, which you actually think was done the right way through VAR.
Yeah, it was absolutely the correct decision. Brilliant from Liverpool, a superb ball from Henderson into Mane. There's no one better at doing those runs than those two from out in. But Christensen is, I don't know what he's doing. He's the wrong side of him. He gets in behind him. The debate was, well, was Kepa going to get there? No, you can from here. It's a right decision, and that's what VAR was used to get to the correct decision. Yes, he changes his mind. To the monitor eventually gives him the red. Yeah. Spot on, and it was a game changer.
Agree. I think it was the right super movement from Mane again. Yeah. He's so good at that.
Magnificent.
Let's focus on the front three, because we had this debate in the office. You know, how many times do you do the front three? But when they do what they do, you can't ignore them for the analysis.
You can't. It was a magic moment. It was a game changer in terms of, you know, demoralising the opposition when you're down to 10 and you score early. And these three always have the ability in tight games to open you up with their quality, their movement, their courage on the ball. The positions, you know, you see Firmino here on the right, lovely little give and go. And what about the quality of the cross? Run again. We talk about the out to in movement now. What a header that is. You'd have been proud of that one. It's just typical Liverpool. Play free, go out, make chances, enjoy your football. And that goal was nice.
It's the perfect example that of when a team gets someone sent off and they just retreat and they get everyone behind the ball. How do you get behind them? You pass, you move with pace, with precision. Yeah. And they were awesome at it in that instance, and the movement from.
And that's not the Chelsea we're going to see in a month or two. They have got some players to come back, of course. So it'll be interesting to see how that team evolves when the new signings come in.
Well, let's kind of develop a bit by looking at the Kepa mistake, but maybe reasons behind it, and also the debate about whether maybe even Kepa should be starting if his confidence is shot because he knows that he's going to be replaced.
Well, they've got no chance of winning the title with him in goal, unfortunately, because his confidence is shot. I actually feel sorry for him, and I'm slightly surprised that Frank, after last week, because he should have saved one last week
at
Brighton, and I thought to try and protect the club's investment, you'd be better off not playing him. I mean, that ball has just got to go there. You're under pressure anyway. Just get rid of it, trying to play out. Superb from Mane again. I know that, but he's shot. He's gone to pieces. And as I said, I'm surprised that Frank's playing him.
And it doesn't help him having the two centre halves at the moment in front who aren't full of confidence.
No.
Thiago Silva needs quick because he's a leader and he's a quality footballer.
But on the two things though, which is, I mean, you said it whilst we were watching it again, down to 10 men, but you're still trying to play the way you were playing with 11 men and play out from the back.
Well,
whereas
it's about game management, and obviously you have
again.
It is because the manager instructs you, and if your philosophy is playing out, of course, it's hard to just switch. But it's about variation. Liverpool are going to press. They're one of the best teams at it in the world.
They're brilliant at it, yeah.
You know, so you're going to go long, get someone up, but get an out ball. win some second balls, have a breather, and then when they drop off a little bit, if you have some joy, maybe play out, mix it up. But all they did when they came out was pass. Liverpool, bam, they're two goals down before they know it.
Look what Liverpool and City did in terms of goalkeepers.
Yeah.
They were desperate for top-class goalkeepers to go achieve what they wanted to do. Chelsea are now in that position. They're not going to win the league, unfortunately, with this goalkeeper.
Just I appreciate this is now with after the first two games, but would you rather have started Caballero this season?
I think so,
Okay.
just to try and protect their investment, because saw it last week, we're seeing it again.
With hindsight.
Yeah, without
there is an argument to say you're putting him in the shop window for others, but I suppose,
That's why the punditry is great, because it's always with hindsight. Right, Thiago, a word on Thiago, because there's a great stat here on Thiago as well. Most successful passes in a match, playing 45 minutes or fewer in the Premier League since stats were invented in 2003.
It doesn't surprise me with him, although he is against 10 men. He moves the ball so quickly. He doesn't dwell on the ball, even when players are on around him. But in midfield, you can get in a comfort zone when you're playing against less men, where you take 1, 2, 3, 4. He's just 1, 2, 1. Very Barcelona-like, where he's educated, of course. He's the nearest thing to Xavi, really. That's why he didn't get in the team. Obviously, they had Iniesta and Busquets. But his awareness and his quickness of passing and variation of passing is going to add more quality to that Liverpool.
There's not many players that could go into that Liverpool team and improve on what they did last year. He is one of them that will.
But what it might do as well, and I know there was injuries today, but then Fabinho goes alongside Van Dijk, so the options increase defensively
as well.
He did very, very well, yeah, absolutely.
Right, on to St James's Park, where...
You have to.
don't give it away yet, because...
An excellent result and scoreline. What are your thoughts on what brought it about?
Super game, to be honest. Okay, first half no goals, but really good game from both teams. I thought we could see the idea of both teams, what they want to do, how we want to build up, how we want to develop the game, face by face, and all these kind of things. So I liked our game a lot. It's really tricky. Chelsea is a top side. It's a top side, maybe not tuned 100% offensively. That's clear, because when in his decisive positions, Havertz and Werner are on the pitch, that might take some time. But even that looked really good. They changed a bit, brought Kai in the center, and so had the runners in behind, Mason around, and all these kind of things. That was really good, and we couldn't prepare for that, obviously, so we had to learn it in the game pretty much. We did well. Our own football I liked, really good situations, passed through the lines and through the organization. That was all good, but we didn't score, and then last situation before half-time, red card, and second half was then a different game. Challenging for concentration and stuff like this, because we're all human beings, and that's how it is. Sometimes I think I told the boys the mistake which happened most often in football history is probably that people judge a situation like this in the wrong way. So, and we didn't. We just kept the ball rolling. Let them run, and then we scored the goals, nice goals. Conceded a penalty. I'm sure it was one, but it was one because he was allowed to shoot, and Ali saved it, and so all good. Everybody was involved. Everybody had a real hand in this result.
In particular, what would you say about Fabinho's play? A couple of times one-on-one when Werner was looking dangerous.
Oh yes, come on. Timo is a top player, and with space, there's no real football tactic which can defend him when he has the ball. But Fabinho obviously is a pretty good challenger, and pretty good in 1-1 situation. Did outstandingly well. So we knew that he can play the position, and obviously.